What gorgeous French biochemist is leading the way both in fashion as well as cellular health? If your answer was the glucose goddess, you're correct. If you don't follow Jessie, give her a follow on TikTok or on Instagram or here on YouTube at Glucose Goddess. Regulating our blood sugar is mandatory for health of any system in our body. Jessie's information is so digestible. It looks a lot like this. She puts up these charts all the time and they are so easy and clear. Our wheat here in the United States contains too much of the naturally occurring protein gluten. It's not that all carbs have to be demonized. We need carbohydrates and we don't want to demonize all of them. However, our wheat disrupts our gut health. So one option is to eat sourdough because the yeast in sourdough eats away some of the excess gluten found in wheat. So this chart is incredibly helpful, but that's enough of that. In this episode, we're going to learn what the glucose goddess eats in a day.
Is always start my day with a savory breakfast. That means a breakfast that's built around protein and doesn't contain anything sweet in it except some whole fruit for taste. Now,
This is a game changer because when you start with something sweet, your body's going to crave it all day long. Let's keep listening.
sugar levels steady throughout the day to unlock amazing energy, to not have any cravings, to help you think properly. So my go-to savory breakfast is my 2-egg feta and tomato omelet. It's in my book. It's my favorite recipe. But this morning I had the happy halloumi with spinach, which was really delicious. Then in the morning, because I have the savory breakfast and my glucose levels are steady, I don't have any cravings. I'm not hungry. So, 12 rolls around, 1 p.m. rolls around, and then I'm ready to eat. And that's actually a really
She goes on to say that if your breakfast doesn't keep you full for about 4 hours, then you're doing it wrong. When you have the savory foods, it stabilizes your blood sugar, so you're not having cravings and you're not craving anything sweet. Let's see what she has for lunch.
time. I'll probably have like a nice big like chicken rice salad, but I always start my meals with vegetables. So in this case, I would have like some arugula salad, maybe just a little bit, because when you start your meals with vegetables, the fiber in those veggies, when you eat the veggies at the beginning of the meal, will coat the upper part of your intestine and help reduce your absorption of any glucose molecules coming through.
Let's go back and look at those charts. See how she provides these really simple graphs that show your blood sugar. So you want it to be in the green, not in the red. And she shows how the blood sugar spikes up into the red based on what you're eating. So Jessie, the glucose goddess, has a guideline about the order in which you eat your foods. And I have a fun way of remembering that I will share with you later. Let's keep watching.
Coming through afterwards. So that's really, really important. Some of my favorite vegetable starter recipes include featuring my favorite vegetable, backwards broccoli. That's one of my favorite recipes in the book. It takes 3 minutes to make and it's amazing. But basically any vegetable you like will work because veggies contain that amazing fiber, superwoman, superpower substance. Then in the afternoon, I usually kind of feel like eating something sweet, but you may be thinking, okay, well, something sweet will definitely cause a blood sugar spike, right? So how do you avoid that? Well, introducing an amazing magical ingredient, vinegar. Okay, so here's what the science has found. If you have 1 tablespoon of vinegar before eating something high in glucose, you can reduce the spike of that food by up to 30%. So in my case, I probably want to eat a cookie, but by having a vinegar drink beforehand, I'm going to reduce the impact of that cookie on my physical and on my mental health.
Wow, that's really, really fantastic advice. I had forgotten, I don't know how I had forgotten, but I had forgotten that she's such a proponent of vinegar. Like many of you, I have an extensive background with many elimination diets and detoxes and sicknesses that I was combating via my nutrition and different hacks. I have several times done a lot of apple cider vinegar. And it does really stabilize your body. Okay, let's move on and see what she has for dinner.
I will also have a veggie starter. So maybe because it's the evening, I have like 5 minutes to cook something. I might make like some nice leeks or some baked fennel, some crispy kale leaves in the oven. And then during dinner, I love having like some nice big dish of pasta. But again, because I have it after the veggie starter, I'm reducing the impact of that on my body and I'm helping my health. And finally, after dinner, I try to get 10 minutes of movement in. Now, this can be just walking for 10 minutes, doing the dishes, or even sitting at my couch watching a TV show and just doing some calf raises. Now, if you do, it's hard to do on the chair, but basically you get what I'm saying. Like, do some calf raises while sitting at your couch, and the muscles in your calves, as they contract, will absorb some of the glucose molecules and reduce the spike of that meal. So, all in all, I'm here to share with you really easy tips backed by amazing scientific studies done across the world that will fit in effortlessly into your days like gentle giants or good fairies and will help you heal and feel so much better. Cravings, hunger, brain fog, energy, hormonal issues, menopause symptoms, and will help put in remission things like type 2 diabetes. So I hope you will join me in learning these amazing hacks that will transform your life in my new book, The Glucose Goddess Method.
Okay, so that's the Glucose Goddess. I highly suggest that you give her a follow. She has a Glucose Goddess cookbook as well as the Glucose Goddess Method. Both books are linked down below so that you can purchase them easily. One of the hacks that she provides is the order that is best in which to eat your food. Because I'm a teacher, I created a handy little way to remember it. This is it right here. Velma, please find Shaggy and Scooby. Velma stands for vegetables. Please, proteins. Find is fats. Shaggy is starch. Scooby is sugar. This is the very best order in which to eat your food for your blood sugar. Okay, thanks for watching this. As always, in connection, we thrive. Connection in our gut lining, connection to each other, connection to the earth, and connection to faith. Please give me a big thumbs up if you like this content. Also, please subscribe. I'd like to do some fantastic interviews. I have some amazing contacts, but first, I need the following. So please give me a subscribe, please share, and let's connect. Another way to support this channel, as well as your own healthy lifestyle, would be to use the links below. Thanks for watching. As always, make it a great day.